Welcome to I Love the Library. Well, I happened to see this new book come through and I thought it would be perfect for a TV3 segment. It is Carnage Libraries of Minnesota by Kevin Clemens. This book was published with the assistance from the Council of Regional Public Library System Administrators and Library Legacy Funds, and copies of the book were distributed to the libraries in Minnesota with the help of those two entities. Clemens documents the history of the 66 stately buildings built in Minnesota, 22 of which are still used as public libraries. There are 425 photos in this book, and of course there are shots of the Detroit Lakes Public Library, and there's also a photo of an original picture postcard from 1920 of our library, and I can show you those. Okay, this is a front shot of the Carnegie portion of our library. The picture was taken in 2010. This is the picture of the picture postcard from 1920 of our library. And there are various shots over here of the library. This is the fireplace that's upstairs. And this is the frieze that's on the outside of the building. This is the front door of the Carnegie portion of the library. And this is a close-up of this frieze. And then there are shots of the windows upstairs. And then up at the top there is Public Library Carnegie, which is actually engraved right above the front door. They have the stats of our building. We're at 1000 Washington Avenue, that's the address. It has the longitude and the latitude of our location, and it was built in 1913. And the gift from Carnegie was $10,000, and the architect was Claude and Stark, and the style, of course, is Prairie School. And it is currently used as public library, obviously, so we are one of the 22. It was added to the National Register of Historic Places on March 16th, 1976. So that covers the building. Now let's talk about the man that gave the gift. Between 1902 and 1918, industrialist Andrew Carnegie provided the funds for construction of the 66 libraries in Minnesota that we talked about. He actually helped finance 2,509 libraries in the world between the years 1883 and when the last grant was made in 1919. Andrew Carnegie felt real strong about public libraries. There's a quote on the back of the book that I'd like to read you that highlights this. "There is not such a cradle of democracy upon the earth as the free public library. This republic of letters, where neither rank, office, nor wealth receives the slightest consideration." So that made me really want to know more about the man. So I went to the stacks to find some more books about Andrew Carnegie. This one is The Tycoons, How Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, Jay Gould, and J.P. Morgan Invented the American Super Economy. And this book is by Charles R. Morris. This one is Andrew Carnegie by David Nassau. And this one is about his life, and it's really interesting because you find out he was really a poor kid from Scotland. And his dad was a weaver, but because of new inventions for machines in that industry, his dad found himself out of work, and his mom actually supported the family by binding shoes. And she actually borrowed money to get the family to America and hopefully to new opportunities. And Nassau says that at one point Andrew Carnegie was one of the richest men in the world. So obviously her plan worked. This one is The Change Makers from Carnegie to Gates, How the Great Entrepreneurs Transformed Ideas into Industries by Murray Klein. So if you'd like to learn more about Andrew Carnegie and the libraries, come on into the library and enjoy the gift that Andrew Carnegie gave our community. Hope to see you at the library.